Hello and welcome to another episode of Convos and Chill. This show is about me and my guest sharing the same interest and we talk about it over a cup of tea. And today we are on episode 23, man. This is going very well and I'm so happy. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tell your friends about the page. Share this video, share this live stream with your friends. Let them know about the page. Let's get more traffic into the page and let's build more and a bigger community for ourselves so we can create more content for you guys. And tonight's episode is one of the most special episodes ever. I always wanted to have a cooking slash tips and tricks when it comes to cooking. Like we talk about these things and I was fortunate enough to find this guy. He's a chef. He's been in and out of a lot of restaurants and he has a lot of experience on his hand. So he has his own catering going on for now. He's called Food Buddha. You can find him on Instagram and Facebook and on the other social media platforms. And his name is Ammar Ali Pardawalla. And I'm very, very excited to talk to this guy regarding all the because I'm a foodie as well, so I'm gonna be talking about a lot of good food stuff and gonna share some information how to do dishes under 30 minutes if it's even possible. If it's not, ingredient wise, tips and tricks, what you use, what you not use. So stick around. This is my guest Ammar. How's everything, bro?
Good, man. How you doing?
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the episode, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
How's everything, man? You good?
Great. It's been a good day.
How you're coping up with the pandemic, bro? Is it really affecting you or what?
Sort of, yes, it is. I mean, obviously, it has affected me in a lot of ways. Business has been a little edgy, if not down. But it's going on. I mean, I can't complain. Thank God, I have a roof over my shoulder, over my head, and I have a beautiful wife next to me, and great. Yes and no. So
wait. Guess what?
catering as
Guess.
such going.
Wait a second. Guess what? I muted myself. Sorry. I will repeat the question. I will repeat the question, guys. Man, this things happen. This things happen during the stream, man. So I was okay. We were talking about the pandemic. So I was saying, I think your business was booming during the whole lockdown because people were not going out and they wanted to eat, at home, and they prefer to get like food from someone that they can, they can trust. So your catering business, how was it doing, man? During
So
the
surprisingly, I would say yes. It was pretty good. I mean, I did do some orders and stuff, but it wasn't the best. So normally, what it is that me going to somebody's place and cooking the food, and they taking the food and cooking themselves, or
Mhm.
like taking it prepared, is like a big difference. So a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you can't come and stuff, but like, can we get your food? I'm like, yeah, of course. So I used to give it to them, but I mean, they loved it. I mean, I had nothing but positive feedback from it. But for
Mhm.
me, that was like, yeah, but going there and giving, like cooking for somebody and looking at their expression and the face while they're eating it, just being jaw dropping, and the whole atmosphere that I tried to create while I'm doing this was
Mhm.
like not there. So I kind of missed it a lot. I think the first month that the lockdown started, the first, that was pretty tough. Like there was zero, like I had to reinvent the food pretty much. So I started thank God for Ramadan to start, because Ramadan actually gave me that edge where people wanted iftar snacks.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that kind of helped a lot. People started ordering, people started taking, calling me up for hey, can you do this, can you do that? I was like, yeah, of course I can. So that helped me. And then after Ramadan it kind of died again, but now it's coming back up since it's become more
It's like it's getting back to normal, sort of.
It's slowly, like very slow. I know restaurants were hit hard. I know a lot of chefs that were, personal friends of mine, and ex-colleagues and stuff, who were out of jobs, unpaid, sitting at home, can't do shit, just it was so bad, man. Like I tried to help them as much as possible, but like I'm blessed. I'm blessed that I was still in the business and still be able to make money, feed my family, and all that stuff.
I mean, that's amazing, man. I mean, I know this thing was like it took a huge ass toll on everyone, like regardless the category of your business or not or whatever. It's like even mentally took a toll on everyone. And I just want to give a shout out to whoever is like watching. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please share this video with your friends. Share it on your timeline. Let your family, your mama, your daddy know about this page. Let's get more people introduced with this page. Thank you very much again. I just want to give a shout out to the people in the comment section. We got Haider, my friend. Thank you very much, Haider. Much love, bro. We got Samia O Adil in the house, and she's saying I love his food. He is so good. Your wife is in the house, Grace. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Selena, how you doing, Selena? How you doing? She's saying your logo is the best. My logo or his logo? Which logo you're talking about?
I think she's talking about my logo. I'm gonna take credit for that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're talking about Food Buddha logo, and Samia is saying your Ramadan snacks were a lifesaver. Damn, man, what the hell you were feeding them?
Good food, bro. With love.
So, okay, you know what, Samia? Please tell me in the comment section, what did you order from Food Buddha? And let's have fun, man. I love talking about food, man. It's one topic that you will never get bored of. Am I correct or not?
100%. 100%. I mean, you can never get bored of
like,
food, man.
Guys in the comment section, please fill it up. Tell me, do you guys get bored of talking about food? Is there anything more interesting about, anything more interesting about, talking about food? Man, we can talk about food like days and nights, and we will not stop.
Yeah. Somebody always told me that the world might end, but people will still be hungry.
Exactly. Accurate. Man, I'm so happy I got you on the show, man. Dude, my brain is just racing with questions. It's just racing with questions. I really want to ask you so many things. So let's head it into the main topic of the show. Let's talk cooking. So give us a backbone how you got into cooking. What was that gravitation that draw you towards cooking? What was that main factor that was the thing that brought you to cooking, man?
All right, so wow. Let's go back to my my youth, when I was a kid.
Okay.
So my mom, my grandmom, both my grandmoms, my maternal and paternal, were excellent cooks.
Okay.
Right? But my maternal grandmom loved cooking. My mom loves cooking. She's one of the for me, she's like the best chef I know.
Man, every mom is the best chef.
So she was always cooking, and my sister, again, I have to say, my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, all of them can cook.
Mm-hmm.
All of them can cook well, and cook well enough that you would freaking have a blast eating at our house. She used to, people used to rave on about her food. Now,
I can see it by the looks, man.
I grew up eating great food.
Mm-hmm.
When it came down to my career and what I wanted to do, I was torn between two careers. One was being a chef, but that was something that was something in the back burner, not really there.
Mm-hmm.
And going to biochemistry.
What?
Being an engineer. Yeah, dude. So I went to Canada. I went to Canada, and I got my first job as a dishwasher in an Italian kitchen where they used to make tomato sauces from scratch, using really good wine.
Nice.
It was just unbelievable. Like I don't have words for it. They used to make handmade pastas, and like the cheese and the herbs that used to come to that restaurant were just mind blowing. It was a small ass place, like maybe
Damn,
like
man.
20 seats at most,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I was washing dishes there, and they used to make fresh focaccia bread. Oh my god, no! That bread, fucking hell! Like
Man,
that bread was mind
Man,
blowing.
I think
Okay.
already people are getting hungry. Whoever is hungry, please let me know in the comment section. My girlfriend is already saying food, food, food. And by the way, Samia texted back chili poppers, dynamite prawns, spring rolls, samosas, and burgers too. So that's what you get
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, dude. So, like, my dynamite prawns, I give a personal guarantee to whoever tries it is better than PF Channels. It's a challenge.
Okay, that's a very like you're high, like raising the bar way too
Dude,
high, man. Come on.
I am proud of that creation. I am proud of that. Like that's if one thing I've ever been proud of in my whole entire career is that dynamite prawns.
Yeah, man. I mean,
It
it's
never fails.
yeah, man.
It has
never
not failed.
It never, man. And okay, back to the thing. So you were working as a
Yeah.
dishwasher.
So I was working as a dishwasher while I was going to high school, right? I wanted some pocket money and stuff, and my parents were obviously, alhamdulillah, my parents, did have money, and they did send me money, but like I wanted to make my own thing as well. So I kind of went and worked like 6 hours a day or so, every day just to get some, pocket money. The chef there, kind of took a liking to me. So he started, training me and stuff. And that guy was hardcore, man. Like, he used to throw frying pans. And, like, he was, like, always drinking. But his food, fuck. His food was,
So he was
anybody.
he was a bit of a Gordon Ramsay himself.
Yeah, for sure, man. His temper was crazy when he was online. But, like, out of, like, online in the sense that in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But if he was not in the kitchen, like, he was a gem of a person. We used to go fishing together, and like I had some great memories with him. But I kind of realized that my passion for food came through that. He kind of gave me that something that this is what I want to do. I wanted to live that guy's life for some reason. Like I wanted to be able to make people happy through food.
That's obviously, man.
I cannot thank God enough. My parents were super supportive. Super supportive. My dad, my mom, my sister, everybody that found out that I don't want to go to school for engineering, which is like, whoa,
Yeah, that's such a shocker,
business.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not in the hardware business, and you're not in the engineering. Like what you do? You're not even being a doctor, and you want to feed people. Like really, you're going to be a small-time chef. So that's that what you want to be?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. And they were like, go ahead. My parents were like, go ahead. This is, if you want to do this, do it. Like, go with what you want to do, but see it through. And I was like, okay. So, I went to school for being a chef, and like that was that. And now I'm here in Dubai. So I worked in Canada for a few years, gained some experience, worked in different places, worked in a Asian fusion restaurant,
Nice.
worked in a steakhouse, and then I also worked in it was more of a concept cafe of sorts, where their main focus was mac and cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh my God, man, that's a sensitive dish, man. That's a sensitive. But that stuff is just heaven sent, man. That stuff is just heaven sent.
God, dude, like I got a little bit of control there, where they were like, make your own dish and stuff, and I was like, fuck yeah, and so I got crazy on that. I experimented with a lot of food.
Dude, that's crazy, man. I mean, man, as you mentioned, mac and cheese. I'm thinking my old days when I was not a vegan, When I mean, for whoever did, I mean, I'm sure no one knows me here except the people who are watching and they know me on my friend list. I got diagnosed with diabetes in 2016. So after that, I've been, experimenting with a lot of diets and stuff like this. So first thing ever out of the window was cheese and all these fattening substances. So, but man, I have amazing memories with mac and cheese, man. One of my favorite things. And I think you did one of these things. I mean, we're gonna look at it in the like maybe let's say if, during the show. You did like that deep fried mac and cheese, yeah?
Something similar. It was not mac and cheese. It was just potato cheese balls. But yeah,
Still
like,
the same.
still the same. But so the funny story behind that is I took that from my mom. Like that was my mom. Like I think I give credit to my mom for making that, right? And she used to make one of the best cheese balls you would ever eat. You could eat a dozen, 2 dozen without blinking.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, whoa, give me the whole bowl.
Yeah.
Just do that. I'm not sharing with anybody.
Yeah, obviously.
And like, she filled it with a lot of like, like I would say, a good touch of like sourness to it, but there was also like a sweetness to it, but it was creamy. Like it was just a sensory overload of like awesomeness.
Sourness? Where the sourness come from?
She put a little bit of lemon to it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
That just made it like elevate to another level.
Obviously, man, that's crazy, man. I mean, that's one of the beauties of cooking. I mean, as a musician, I understood this, that cooking is I mean, I was dumb enough to understand it later on, as in like, cooking itself, like culinary, it is an art platform by itself. Dude, it's creating, you're creating the looks, you're creating the flavor, you're creating the presentation. It's just crazy, man. It's just super crazy. Man, the comments are piling up, bro. Do you want to go through the comments a bit, man?
Sure, but I want to tell you something.
Go ahead, man.
Have you ever watched the movie Ratatouille?
Yes, man, obviously.
Okay, so you know the saying, right? Anybody can cook, but only an artist can create.
Which we gonna talk about, and I have my own words to defend myself, but we're gonna talk, and I want to take your, I want to see your take on that thing. We will get to that. Let's get with the comments, and someone is saying lamb chops is the best. Yeah, lamb chops is the best. And your wife is saying, I expect dynamite pounds after this session. Oh, Grace, you got him at the house, so he's at your service. He would do it.
She gets to eat good food all the time.
Man, come on, it's your wife.
I'm jealous of her. Like, I want to be able to eat good. I mean, my food is good, but like I'm the one making it, so like.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be boastful about that.
We cannot say no to our woman, man.
No,
we can't.
100%.
And moving on, Javier is saying barbecue plus lamb chops, yeah. And Lee is saying, it's Lee. I love the food, especially the lamb chops, and also the logo. They're talking about your logo. Hi to his supportive wife. And Grace is saying, oh yes, that lamb chops makes people who doesn't eat lamb crave for it after a living proof here. Hey, you don't need to rub it in my face, okay? I am a vegan, I know, but stop rubbing it in my face, Grace, okay? And moving on, and Hannah is saying, great chef, and Grace is saying you should come over sometime with your girlfriend, and I'm sure Ammar can make you some nice vegan food experience. Is that an invitation, Ammar, or you're just?
Yeah, that's an open invitation.
For sure. I mean, my girlfriend is Filipino as well, so we can do as.
Dude, I'll do both. I'll do Filipino food on one side, and I'll give you a nice vegan food. Nice, man. Freaking awesome vegan food on another.
Oh man, for sure, man. Hopefully everything, like once there's a time and everything is going by the plan. Hopefully, man, that's a good that's a good gathering plan, man. I mean, as you know, Filipinos, they like to gather up together, and as a Filipino, I know them that they don't like to eat food alone. I mean, most of them, they don't eat food alone. They always like to be together and eat together. And
there's a funny story. Like Grace doesn't mind eating alone. I cannot eat alone.
I
So
can't eat alone. I don't care.
I can't. I cannot do it, man. So even if, like, as a kid, when I was growing up, my mother used to wait for me, okay, till I got home, and then she would have eaten already, but she would sit down with me and I would eat with her. I would tell her to sit with me so I can eat.
Oh, okay.
Always.
That's
Like,
cute.
I could not eat alone. Like, if it wasn't my mother, I would, like, sit in the same room as them, but I needed to be surrounded by people when I'm eating.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can get that, but for me, I really don't care. When I'm hungry, I just gonna make my own food. And which surprising, I don't know if it happened to you or not, or maybe I don't know. I'm sure that happens to everyone. While you're hungry, if you start cooking, your hunger dies.
Yeah, 100%.
Like with me,
But for me, I have a valid reason because I taste everything before I taste. I keep on.
yeah, obviously. But for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
once I'm done and I like I put it in the plate and everything, I want to eat it. I'm like, damn, man, I'm already full, you know.
Nah. So that doesn't work for me. Like, if I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Mhm.
But if I'm cooking, especially for other people, my hunger dies down completely. I don't eat much then, because I'm so watching people eat my food, enjoying my food, saying that, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever eaten, or holy crap, this is delicious, or wow, or anything that compliments my food, that fills me up. And I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Like, as cliched as it sounds, yes, I know, like, I'm a pretty big guy and stuff. I do like to eat, don't get me wrong, but that feeling alone is enough to fill me up.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, that whole feel of satisfaction from your customers or your family members when they say, dude, your food was great and stuff like this. When it comes unintentionally, as in you don't go and ask around how was the food, and they come and tell you, dude, the food was great. That's the best satisfying feel ever, man.
Like, one thing I'm also, like, very happy about that I'm able to do, like, cross it off my bucket list, was make a person cry because they remembered something while they were eating my food. I brought out emotion.
What a guy, man. What a guy, man.
So funny, like, because it was for an interview, I was there for a job interview to work at some place that in international city, Dubai, and so one of my they gave me tilapia, and they said that this is your fish, make something with it, whatever you want. So I made a herb crusted tilapia fillet, and I made it with mushroom rice.
Damn, man.
The guy who ate the food, like, there was like 5 people judging me at that time, judging the food and stuff, and one of the guys like took like 5 bites, came to me crying, hugged me, and said thank you. I'm like, okay, first I thought I messed up somewhere, like I screwed him up. Second, then he's like, you reminded me of my mother. This is exactly how my mother made food.
Oh,
God
man.
bless her soul, but this was the exact thing my mom made.
Oh, man, that's great.
I love you.
That's
Thank
freaking
you.
great, man.
And that itself, I don't care if I haven't won a Michelin star. I don't care if I've, not worked in a successful restaurant. I don't care about all that stuff. That itself was like, yeah, I'm meant to do this. Like, this is my calling. Food itself is my calling.
Which is a good segue that we're going to be talking about your journey in the kitchen and where I mean, you gave us a brief idea. You were working as a dishwasher, and then you continued to study the whole culinary topic and stuff like this. But before that, one of the guys in the comment already craving for a T-bone, and and Duria is asking, Ammar, waiting for you to come to Karachi, and Mike, sorry if I'm butchering your name. Is it Huguet? She's saying shout out from he's saying shout out from Canada. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Whoever is still watching, thank you very much. It means the world to me. Please share this video with your friends on your timeline. Tell your mommy, your daddy, tell everyone about the page. Let them come to the page. We're gonna create more content: cooking, music, digital arts, gaming, everything. We're gonna talk about everything. So, when are you gonna go back to Karachi? Someone is asking for it.
Next year, I plan to. because I want to take Grace to Karachi. So I'm planning to go to Karachi next year.
Man, she's in for a surprise. The food in Pakistan it's like Iran, man. It's like you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. 100%.
Yeah.
Man. Oh my God. Like, so I'm a big foodie too. Okay. I'm a chef, but I'm a big foodie. I love eating out.
Yeah, man.
All right. And like, I like to explore different cuisines. I like to try everything. I've always tried everything once. I don't care what it is. I want to try it once. I want to know what it tastes like.
Did you try
that
balut?
Is sufficient enough.
Did you try balut?
Yes. Yes, I did.
No way, man. No freaking way.
Yeah, I did, bro.
I can't. I just can't. No way.
Dude, I swear to you, like, I mean, before you were a vegan, it tasted just like an egg.
Dude, the feathers and the beak, man. Come on, are you blind?
Nothing. You don't feel anything. It tastes just like an egg.
Man, the smell. What you gonna do about the smell? No way.
There is no smell to it. A good balut will not have smell.
Oh man, I can't. That's one thing that I will never try. I will never try.
I've had everything once, so I have had balut and I've actually had it a few times after that. Like it's good. I like it. You know, yeah. I mean, the look is pretty scary.
Yeah, it's like sickening.
Offensive to most people, but like honestly, it tastes just like an egg. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, man, the process just looks damn scary, man.
But you have to understand, like, you know, this is like a culture that, you know, like I had to experience it. It's their culture, it's their food. Like, I wanted to know what it is.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, some people find, like, you know, there's a dish in Pakistan, you know, it's called katakat. It's basically mix of offals.
You're talking about that? The
yeah. You know, as much as that action looks wrong on you, but yeah.
Hey, come on. Okay, carry on.
Balut, katakat was, you know, like, it might turn off some people. It has brains, it has offal, it has liver, kidney, balls, you know,
testicles.
Like, it has a mixture of testicles, balls, whatever. It has everything in it, you know, and it's freaking delicious.
Well, that one becomes delicious because of the shit tons of fucking spices they put into it. Balut, there is nothing.
Regardless, you tell somebody that, you know, it's that they're going to be turned off by it.
Well, we have
people who are not used to it, like people who are not used to eating it. Like, you know, you tell a white guy that you'd be like, what the fuck is this? What are you feeding me, man? I don't eat this shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you go to Scotland and have haggis, and you're just gonna be like, what the hell is this? Why is there wheat inside a stomach? And, like, you know, why are people eating it?
Yeah, man.
But it tastes great. A good haggis is freaking delicious.
I've never had haggis.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, you're never gonna have a chance now since you're vegan, but
as I told you, I'm way happy with my diet. It's just crazy happy with my diet.
Yeah, no, to each their own, man. Like, to each their own. Like, I'm not gonna hate on you. And honestly, when you first told me as a vegan, I was like, he's one of those guys. But then, you know, like for me, I'm a chef, so I work with people. You know, like I work with what people need and make it according to what I would want. As a vegan.
Dude, there's a lot of delicious vegan stuff that you can have. It's not necessary. Yeah, there's a lot, man. There's
I'll actually talk about a vegan restaurant I worked at.
Sure. I'll just read few. Yeah, I will just read few of the comments, and then we're gonna jump into the whole journey of you in the kitchen. So people are still talking about the lamb chops. They like the lamb chops, and Munira is saying good luck.
Love, guys.
Yeah, and Munira is saying good luck always. And Samia is saying again, love.
That's my mother, by the way.
Oh, hi auntie, how are you? And Samia is saying, I love the lamb chops too. And your wife is saying you should try a good balut. A good shouldn't have a beak, hair, and all that. What? Maybe a second or third. I know, that's the thing. Once you get used to this taste, you're gone. You're like, you know, you will keep eating it. Well, man, it's just one of these stuff that I can't. I don't have the stomach for it.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
I was the same way. Trust me.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it was in Canada, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this guy eating? Dog."
Balut in Canada.
Yeah, somebody.
Damn,
somebody
man.
So I had a coworker who was Filipino, and he came and he just come back from Philippines. So he had like two pieces of balut that he smuggled into
Yeah,
Canada
dude.
because
The
it's
thing,
illegal.
yeah, they even smuggle it here, man. That's fucking crazy, man. Like that's
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. Anyway, man, let's jump back. I mean, I'm sure people over here they want to know about your journey in the kitchen. So, tell us more, man. So you worked in how many restaurants and just give us a rundown. Like, give us a brief rundown.
So I have a terrible work history in the sense that I used to like start a job, leave it, start a job, leave it. So, um, let me just start off that. I mean, it sounds negative, but it kind of really helped me as well. Um, the first restaurant I ever worked at was that Italian restaurant where I was where I was the dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to another small town where I went to school in Kelowna. It's not a small town anymore. It's kind of a city, but that's where I went to school. And then I worked in the cafeteria there for some time till I moved to Vancouver, the big city in Canada, British Columbia.
Yeah.
Beautiful place, love it. Um, there I worked at a small cafe of sorts called Beaver and Mullet, where I did the mac and cheese. I was this basic line cook, just doing what I was told, with a little bit of able to create my own menu. I worked there for a year or so, but then the management changed, so I kind of left because the head chef that I really wanted to work with was not there anymore. So he kind of quit, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to leave as well. I worked at Milestones Crossroads. That was the longest job I had. Milestones is a chain of restaurants in Canada, which is a corporate kitchen. So that taught me a lot. That was like my learning, where I was really learning about management of a kitchen. Right? So I started there as like a station cook. I was just doing frying pans, like cooking in a frying pan. Moved through all the stations, learned everything. Had the biggest jump of my career where I became a kitchen manager.
Oh, nice.
Within a year and a half.
Nice.
It was like, for me it was a big thing because I had just started cooking 3 years earlier than that. That was most people would say I'm still a baby. But that was I was proud of that. I accomplished something there. So then after about 2.5 years of working there, my head chef, she was leaving. She was a great woman, God rest her soul. She actually died of cancer a few years ago.
Oh, God bless her.
She was one of the best chefs I've ever worked with in terms of motivation. She would rock the room with her presence.
Damn, man. Yeah.
You could go there and everybody would be fighting, but she would enter and make amends to all the fights that are happening, and everybody would suddenly start working like a machine.
Nice, man. So she brings everyone back on the same page.
Yeah, dude. She was awesome, very motivating, very skilled. She was actually Top Chef Canada 2008 or 9. I can't remember actually. No, 2017 or 15 maybe. But wow, she was one of the best chefs I knew. I was very honored to have met her in my life. So I worked with her for some time, then moved to another place called Fire Pots, hot pot place, which is an Asian fusion restaurant.
I love hot pots, man.
I learned a lot about Chinese food there, because they were authentic Chinese mixed with freaking Korean, and they had different flavors, Thai, and but very delicious, good food. So I was the chef de partie, so basically I was one level down from the sous chef. So worked there, became the sous chef, and then came to Dubai.
And why you chose to come back to Dubai, man?
Okay, so I grew up in Dubai. My whole life is spent here in Dubai. I came back for two reasons. One, I tried to apply for my Canadian residency, kind of got denied. Messed up on the paperwork, basically. Got cocky enough not to reapply for my work permit. bad decisions. Basically, a lot of bad decisions led me back to Dubai.
Yeah, okay. Which I
Yeah,
mean, which Dubai is a great place for all the foodies. I mean, there's shit ton of foodies over here, man. They're like crazy,
yeah,
crazy.
100%. Like great. Like people, people love to eat in Dubai.
Yeah, man, it's like crazy, man. The stuff you get over here is just like insane, man.
If you're not out smoking shisha, you're out eating food.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So after that, after the hot pot, like, okay, what was that? Like, what was the most like the best position you ever worked? Was it like, let's say, a prep chef or a sous, like being a sous chef, or like
Honestly, Milestones Crossroads, my third job that I had, was one of the best positions I've ever worked.
which was because of the head chef?
Not just because of the head chef, the team I was working with, the atmosphere, the fast pace, like, go, 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 get the food right though, It was like, go, 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 but don't fuck up the food, always. And that kind of, pushed me to be like, yeah, like, this is fun, Every day I would, like, come back tired as hell from, like a 8 or 9 hour shift, or, like sometimes a 13, 14 hour shift, and I would be like, yeah, I'm out there to do it again.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's
I want
crazy.
to do it again.
Yeah, when you get in the kitchen, it's crazy, man. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. So that was my, like, like, that was one of the best feelings of the world. The second, I would say, was being the sous chef at a French concept cafe in Jumeirah called Comptoir 102. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them, man.
They make beautiful food, beautiful raw vegan food, plus also healthy food. So they're not just known for their vegan food, but they're known for their food being healthy. So they do have salmon, they do have chicken, but once in a while, otherwise it's just, mostly vegan or healthy or vegetarian.
It's like a healthy bar kitchen, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
Which
and that was like a great honor as well, because I got to learn from a vegan chef how to, like, make different things and, experiment on different vegan foods, ice creams, vegan ice cream, and vegan crackers. Like, I used to make raw crackers, so it was uncooked, completely made of, flax seeds and almonds, and you would, like, go crazy over flavored savory, flavored sweet.
Nice.
I got to play with the dehydrator. That was so much fun. Like, I used to dehydrate everything just to see what it looks like.
What a guy. He's like he's like a kid in a candy store, just like going.
Yeah, dude, I dehydrated salmon to see what salmon looks like dehydrated.
Damn it, man. That's crazy stuff, because I mean, for me, I was always like a home cook. I've never had the chance to be on, like, go and, at least even a tryout to see how the things are when you're on the line. But I'm sure it's gonna be like crazy, man. It's gonna be a lot of things that, because we can't see it, what's going on behind the kitchen. There is a lot of tricks, which we're going to be talking about, the tips and the tricks, not necessarily in the business, like in the restaurant business, but what once it comes to home cooking, like the tips and the tricks that you can do, like what flavors are easy to go together, like the fundamental flavors that always are there, like, for example, in the Indian dishes, that the fundamentals that they're always there, no matter what. It's garlic, onion, and ginger. No matter whatever you're making, these three are always there, man.
Yeah.
So that's good. So you worked, let's say, more than 10 places or less than 10 places?
About 10 places or so. Some I haven't mentioned as well, because they were so short of time that they're not even worth adding to my resume.
So out of this whole thing that you've been working as a prep chef or dishwasher, or you were that person to have a hands-on deck experience, like the front row seat experience in the kitchen of how things process, and like the whole thought process behind it, and the whole, like, for example, obviously the head chef came up with a new dish and she showed you guys how to do it and stuff like this. So how did you grab all that experience and you add it to your own catering business?
I read a lot. I read a lot. I watched a lot of videos. I paid attention. So I'm a guy who cannot pay attention if somebody's speaking to me. I pay attention when somebody's doing something, and like when I'm doing it with them.
Do you have ADHD or something?
No, I don't know, man. I don't know what I have. It's just that, like at school too, I used to fall asleep when the teacher was talking. Like that shit was so boring, man. like, like if something was interesting, I would stay awake, wide awake. Like I'd be like, holy crap, this is so cool, Chemistry was one of the things. Like freaking loved it. Biology, like loved it. Like it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. I enjoyed the classes there. So if something like was interesting for me in the sense that I found it interesting, I take time to understand it, to see, to capture it, to break it down into its elements, to know why the hell does it do what it's doing. For me, an ingredient is like, okay, I have this ingredient, I want to make this ingredient taste like this ingredient, but how do I make that? By adding other flavors, but I still want to make that ingredient still taste like. So chicken, I don't want chicken to taste like spices. I don't want chicken to taste like garlic. I don't want chicken to taste like anything. I want chicken to taste like chicken, but I want everything that I put in it to accentuate the taste of chicken, so the chicken tastes like chicken and everything just complements it all together.
Exactly. You keep you keep the main star on the dish, but you just make compliments.
But that took like a lot of knowledge and experience and understanding of an ingredient. Now obviously I don't expect everybody to do that at home, understand an ingredient or anything, but this is just something that I personally do. I try to see what I could do with that ingredient to make that ingredient a star. A lot of chefs try to do that now. One of the biggest advice that the chef I was working in Milestones gave me was, simple is delicious. Keep it simple.
Exactly, man. I mean,
and I did not understand that till I think a few years ago, where it finally clicked to me. Simple is easy, simple is delicious. Stick to simple. I was more of a complex flavor. Always tried to add this to it. I made a freaking I had a competition where I lost horribly because I took a strawberry compote and put it on top of a chicken roulade. So I stuffed chicken.
What?
Okay, with walnuts and cheese and more stuffed chicken, and I put a strawberry compote on it because I thought sweet and savory and the whole combination would work out perfectly well. It was a terrible mistake.
Why?
I don't know. I was experimenting, bro. I didn't give a fuck.
Dude, strawberry. Okay, I understand where you were going, but come on, man. That was too much, man. That was too much. You could have just stopped at 3-4 ingredients.
So that's the thing, right? I was more complex flavors, a lot of things happening. People are your tongue is just being like, okay, do I concentrate on this or do I concentrate on that? And that was the type of person I was, I couldn't focus on just one thing, So then I became, okay, I learned from, okay, obviously this does not go well. Now, what goes well with chicken? What do I put with chicken? Obviously, chicken is a very versatile ingredient. You can barbecue it, you can grill it, you can boil it, you can steam it, you can, do so many things to it. But this is a very bad example to take, but you could do so much with chicken, but how do you make chicken taste just stay like chicken?
Yeah, exactly. You need to keep the texture of the chicken and the juiciness and the tender section of it. It's just, for example, you are
what you eat, right?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But again,
you are what you eat. So whatever a chicken eats is what it's gonna taste like. If a chicken eats corn, you're gonna have a Cornish game hen. Where the skin is yellow, the chicken is yellow, but that flavor is intense and subtle. Sorry. The flavor is subtle and but mesmerizing nuttiness to it, and it's delicious.
Exactly. I mean,
but
dude,
you need to cook it right.
Yeah, these are okay. On that topic, first let me read few of the comments. Zoeb is saying, every decision opens up a new road. My dude, he's talking regarding the Canada thingy, and he's saying favorite vegan food. Your favorite vegan food. Okay, you take your time to think about that. I will tell everyone still watching, thank you very much for watching. Share this video with your friends and let them know about the community. And in case if you have any more questions for Chef Ammar Ali, please note it down in the comment section. He will be more than happy to answer you. And look at his face, he's still stuck in the first question.
Has to be vegan pasta. So I made zucchini noodles with pesto.
I love pesto, man. I love pesto.
With like, what was it? Vegan cheese, vegan mozzarella, and vegan parmesan.
Dude,
like it was awesome. I loved it.
As a
So
vegan,
that was one.
dude, as a vegan, I'm scared to go to this processed things. I don't know what's in it. I really don't know, and I don't want to go there because I have a tendency to get addictive. Like I get addicted. I am an addict when it comes to cheese.
Yeah.
I don't want to get there. That's why I'm not even going near the whole processed things.
Honestly, like all this process is made of like either two things: soya beans or cashews.
Which is nice, but again,
You know,
still, man,
cashews-
how you get that texture of a cheese, bro? That's like.
I made the cheese in house, so I did not buy processed cheese.
Mm.
I made it in house at the restaurant. So it was like it was fermented cashews with bio. Get a sachet that ferments the cheese for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it. Yeah, yeah, I know.
Bacteria. You get these bacteria that ferment the cheese for you, and like you use that, and
Mm-hmm.
like the cheese turned out good. Like so, I used it, and it was really good. Like really good.
So okay, well, one of them
Second-
was the zucchini pasta, which some of them are like saying zucchini pasta is that pasta literally made from zucchini. Exactly. You just like, I
Yeah.
think you should.
Take a spiralizer and you make the zucchini into strands. Put some salt on it because obviously it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Put some salt on it, and then you squeeze the salt out. What you get with this rubbery, but stringy, like almost like noodles. Like it's very close to being noodles.
Exactly. Yes.
Actually, it's very very look-alike. of noodles.
Yeah.
And you have these noodles, the zucchini noodles.
Yeah. And
They call them zoodles.
oh, I didn't know that they had a name, man.
Yeah, they call them zoodles.
So like a second favorite vegan dish. Okay, okay.
Raw vegan lasagna.
Raw vegan lasagna. Oh, the one that you made. That's one of these things, yeah?
Yeah.
Which we're gonna be talking about in a while.
I have to admit, I'm not the maker of the dish,
Mhm.
but I made that dish into my own.
Okay, so you took your way of doing it.
Yes.
You added your own
Yeah.
twist to it, which is fine. I mean, dude, nowadays even in music or even any art platform, unless you're that brain that you can create something out of the box, then everyone gonna be wow. But other than that, you can't just pinpoint that you stole this or you didn't stole it. Basically, there is a formula for everything. It's just that you take it and you add your own twist to it, which is, for example, I'm sure that karai that you guys make in Pakistan, it's not the same one that they do in India. There is a bit of difference. It is similar.
Lot of different.
Yeah, again, a lot of it, but at the end product, it's mutton karai. You get my point. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So like I said, like only an artist can create, but anybody can cook. So anybody can follow ingredients and follow a recipe. It's easy. It's you put a book in front of you. You do exactly what the book says, and you'll get the food that you want to eat.
And Zoeb is yeah. Carry on.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, man.
I actually lost my train of
Oh
thought.
man,
Whew!
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
And yeah, okay. So Zoeb is saying this might have been discussed earlier, but what was the defining moment in the kitchen for you that made you realize that damn, I really love to cook? Which no, we didn't discuss this. This is actually a very good question. Thank you very much.
Most defining moment? Oh crap. It was not being recognized as a top chef. That's for sure. That was not a defining moment. I mean, it was a defining moment of my career, but not for me.
That's much more of a realization moment, as in you need to work harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was making that person cry when I fed them the food. I have to say.
I hope that answers your question, Zoeb. But he's asking, I think, another thing. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So let me just explain it to him. So back when I came back from Dubai, I had a job interview in a place where I had to cook a dish. I took some tilapia. They gave me, that's what the ingredient was. Main ingredient was focus was tilapia, and I made some mushroom rice with it and herb tilapia with a compote, um, and some sauteed vegetables or sauce. And the guy who ate it, he burst into tears, came hugging me, crying, saying I reminded him of his mother. The food was just outstanding, mind blowing, and that was like, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. This is the right line, you know.
Yeah, obviously that's such a boost of motive for
all
anyone.
The things that happen in a kitchen, like, you know, a lot of things that chefs don't mention about, which is now actually coming up in the limelight with all the suicides that are happening with chefs, is depression, because it is a tough career. I mean, it's one of the dark sides of the kitchen that people don't talk about. The stress, the pressure.
Obviously, yes, man. There's so much stress behind the line, man.
You know, the pleasing of the customers, like, that's so important. Like, people who do this for a passion and do this as a career and pursue it to become head chefs of, you know, incredible restaurants, like, hats off to them. I don't know how the hell do they do it. You know, like, I myself, I'm not at that stage where, you know, like, I can safely say that, you know, I can do this without breaking. I would break. You know, this is something that I am very, like, you know, like, conscious about. That yes, I know I can cook, yes, my food is great, but if you put me back into a kitchen that I don't own or, you know, don't run, but a kitchen that I'm working with somebody, and you put high level stress on me, like, eventually I would break.
Exactly, man. I mean,
like, it is difficult.
Obviously, man. I mean, I could, dude, the timing that you need to deliver, and, you know, there is, everything goes by the rules. There is set of, like, there is no way around it. That's why a restaurant keeps their reputation, their quality, their flavor, their timing.
Yeah.
You know, this is all common account that you need to have these things on. And even, I mean, talking about good flavors and your food is amazing. If it comes to smaller scale restaurants, let's say, like, you know, sandwich places and stuff like this, which the deliverance on time doesn't really make a difference, because people are there already because of the flavor that, you know, people know you about. For example, I'm talking about the sandwiches in Iran, for example. Man, dude, no one gives a shit. They will wait because they know that that place is making bomb sandwiches. You understand where I'm going with this?
You count the time of you waiting before you order, and then wait for the food after you order. We count the time of when you order to when it comes to your hand, not the time that you waited for it.
Exactly. Yes.
That's irregardless to us as chefs. We don't care. You know, what we care about is when you came to order the food, how long did that food take to come into your hand?
Exactly.
Most restaurants and cafeterias and stuff, this is what they want to do. They want to push out food as fast as possible. Right? Restaurants that, you know, make, like, gourmet sandwiches, like the one you're talking about, I think we spoke about it earlier as well. The not on the podcast, but, like, privately, the Iranian sandwich place where you stayed. You know, people were waiting in line for, like, hours just to get that sandwich.
Yeah, man.
You know, that comes through, like, you know, how fast your service is, how good your food is. But first and foremost, how fast your service is. How fast can you do it?
Well, there is a thing in Iran. Is like, okay, I'm paying, let's say, 25 dirhams. How big is the sandwich I'm getting? They literally look at the looks and the quantity as well. They're like, the flavor is there.
Yeah.
The flavor is there, but they look at the size as well. That sounds so wrong.
No, I agree. Dude, I do the same. I'm paying $300 for a steak, but how big is that steak?
God damn it, man. I would never pay $300 for a steak, man.
I think that's the brown in us, I guess. I don't know. Maybe like not to be racist or offending anybody there, but, like, I think that's how you grew up. The bigger, the better, you know.
Well, yeah, maybe this is the Middle East type of background that we always had behind our heads, like yeah,
I guess, yeah.
yeah. But it's nothing that we can
Growing up in Dubai and stuff, like, I feel like that.
yeah. But again, man, I mean, coming back to the whole restaurant business is a different like a different ball game.
Yeah.
It's a complete different ball game. You know what? Let's hit the comments for a bit. And after that, I'm gonna be doing the gaming section with you. That's called the rapid fire rounds, which everyone is welcome to play. Which I'm gonna be presenting you with two answers, with two options. You can choose whichever option you want, and if you want to elaborate on why you chose that answer, is up to you. So we're gonna hit it after the comments. Zoeb is saying, okay, I think we already answered the question, Zoeb. Saima saying, food does have a lot. Food has a lot of sentiment attached. So many memories are created with good food. Also, good food hits the spirit and can make anyone's day. 100% delicious, yummy food, especially vegan. Oh, we have another vegan person. Oh, that's your mom, Manira. She's vegan.
No, she's not. She likes vegan food.
Oh, nice, auntie. Keep it up. And we have Zoeba saying, but
my family is foodies, man.
yeah, man, dude, the guy is yeah, man, dude, it's very good that I didn't think that there would be a lot of people into veganism and stuff like this, but that's a different ball game again, man. And Zoeb is saying, but there's a certain appeal to having to wait to certain type of specialty food. We have a pizza place here that people stand in line for 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours just to get in. Definitely understand the metric of how fast it takes to prepare the food. Also, there are cultural differences that definitely affect how long people can wait for their food, alluded to. Yeah, I mean, dude,
I agree with that statement.
yeah, man, that's a great one. I mean, if you love that food that it's already been let's say a sandwich joint that you've been going to for 10 years, and there's that one sandwich that you always crave, you will wait, let me say, half an hour for that sandwich. I don't give a...
Dude, I would wait for hours.
Exactly.
For an hour and a half, I would go find something to do, come back and grab my sandwich.
Yeah, man.
I don't care. If that food was worth the wait, I would wait. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you want to do the rapid fire game round?
Sure.
Okay, the first one is, and by the way, whoever is still watching, thank you very much for sticking around with us. It means the world to me. You guys can join with your answers in the comment section. Please do. Let's have fun together. The first one is Italian cuisine or French cuisine?
Italian.
Okay, that's an easy one. Most critical cooking-wise, steak or salmon? I love that pause. I really love it.
Steak.
Really? Dude, you can literally screw up a salmon in a matter of minutes.
For me, it's steak.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Okay, fair
Let me
enough.
put it that way.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't screw up a salmon, I'll screw up a steak.
Which is true, man. I mean, these two are very, very critical.
Yeah.
Produce
I was
proteins,
one of
man.
the best grill cooks in the restaurant when I was working, because I could look at a steak and tell you the doneness, whether it was medium rare, mid rare, medium well, or well done. I could look at a steak and tell you.
Zoeb is saying Italian, and he's saying steak. Saima is saying steak. Thank you, guys. Keep it coming. Next one. Cast iron or non-stick pans?
Cast iron, bro.
Yep.
Hands down, cast iron.
Yeah, man.
Can't go wrong with a cast iron.
Everybody
out there who's listening to me, who's going to listen to me, who's ever going to reach out and look at this conversation and podcast, shout out to you first of all. Thank you for tuning in. But cast iron is the way to go.
Well, again, man, it's one of these things that you need to have a cast iron pan in the kitchen. You will not go wrong with it. Which Zoeb is adding to your point, bro. It's so easy to F up a steak, especially depending on how someone wants it done. and people are saying cast iron, the hell, cast iron, the hell, lol, no brainer, steak, cast iron. Everyone is like, yeah, man, I love this. People are engaging in the comment section. That's the spirit. So yeah, man, moving on. This is another critical one, but again, this is as a garnish, which it comes in the food as well if you can add it. Parsley or thyme?
No, dude. So garnish for me is something that is part of the dish. So if thyme is part of the dish, I'll garnish with thyme, but not like a sprig of thyme, like sprinkle thyme on top, like crushed or whatever. Garnish needs to be edible. You cannot have a garnish just for show. It's very old-fashioned, very old school. It works for some people, doesn't work for me. If I'm putting a garnish, it needs to complement my dish. Spring onions on a spring roll or like a dumpling, if I put it, I need to make sure that it actually, if people eat the spring onion and the spring roll together, will it taste good? Then it's my garnish. You know, on lamb chops, for example, if I put a garnish, I will put like sprinkle of parsley because I know it's gonna go well with it. But I won't just put it because it'll make it look good. I mean, yes, it will make it look good, but will it go well with it?
Exactly. You need to know your flavors and you need to at least test it up front.
Yeah.
So which one are you going with, thyme or parsley? Or it depends?
It really depends on the dish, man. Honestly, it really depends on the dish.
Okay, the next one is very close, is super close. Indian dishes, okay, let's talk desi dishes. Paki style or Indian style?
Paki style.
Damn, bro, the patriotism in that answer.
No! Reason being is I grew up eating it, man. That's like, you know,
I get it. Yeah, I
like,
get
like
it.
That's sentimental there. You know, you're hitting the heart there. Like, you know, obviously, I'm gonna go with like mom's cooking.
Which this is the main point of my trivia. I always hit the guest with those on the spot spotlight questions with options. Is like, man, they're too close, man. Why are you making me choose this? But that's the beauty of it. So moving on, I want everyone to jump on this answer and let me know what is your favorite in the comment section. Burgers or hot dogs?
Burgers or hot dog? Shit. A good burger, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's dude, I can't answer that. I can't answer it. I don't know how you chose burgers. Man, it's just crazy.
A good burger. I don't care if it's vegan burger, chicken burger, or a beef burger. As long as the burger is good.
Yeah, man, dude. Yeah, I get it. So, next one is homemade fast food or outside fast food?
Homemade fast food.
Which is way great, man. It's like, dude, you can do much more. You can do way much more.
Yeah, you can flavor it the way you want.
Yeah.
The crispiness. I went to crispiness because I thought about fried chicken as soon as you said homemade fast food. But like, yeah, homemade fast food, 100%. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, dude, people are saying both, burgers and hot dogs. Beef burgers always. Simon's saying beef burgers. Hannah is saying beef burgers. Zoeb is saying outside fast food. That's bad, bro. Don't go there. And Simon's saying depends on who's cooking. Who's cooking the fast food?
I know why she said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So moving on, man. This is on the chef side, as in like the timing of your cooking is essential. Yes or no?
Yes. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You can't not have a time, especially if you're serving to people. If you say 5 minutes, you better keep that fucking 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You can't mess around with timings. Everything is about timing.
Yeah, man. Moving on. Presentation is not the key. Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
It depends, bro.
People eat with their eyes and taste with their nose. That is the key concept of cooking.
What about
you
if the
eat with your eyes and you taste with your nose? It smells smells good, looks good, then it is good.
What if it looks beautiful, but it tastes bad?
Okay, that's fine. That happens, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but presentation is key. And I'm not talking about a freaking gourmet presentation where you have a spoon on the plate with like a drop of oil and all that shit. No, a simple garnish of parsley to just pop the colors out of the food that you're representing. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
People taste with their eyes. Sorry, eat with their eyes and taste with their nose.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with that. But for me, it's like sometimes the food doesn't look so appetizing, but once you dig in, it's freaking delicious. So for me, it's not
See,
always the key, man.
You're talking about like, yes, that is very true. Don't get me wrong. Like some things, just like balut, for example, it looks nasty as fuck. Like, I'm gonna go back to it because it is one of the stuff that it looks horrible, but if you eat it, it tastes great.
Yeah. I won't agree
Chicken
with you.
feet. Have you ever had? I mean,
Yes,
before
yes, yes. Chicken feet is it's delicious. It's delicious.
It's delicious, but it looks like chicken feet, dude. Is something wrong with you? Like chicken feet, they walk on that shit. Like yuck.
One thing is bad.
What?
Duck legs. It's very bad.
But it tastes great.
Yep.
If it's cooked right.
Exactly. So we established the yes. So presentation is the key. So moving on. Cooking in 30 minutes. Is it possible? Yes or no?
Of course it is.
Can you give me 3 or okay, let's keep it at 2. Simple under 30 minutes or 30 minutes what you call it? Recipes. Wow, my brain.
Recipes?
Yeah.
Recipes. Oh, recipes. That took me. Fried rice. Simplest thing to make. You can't go wrong with that. Onions, garlic, spring onions, 3 ingredients. Put an egg in it, you have egg fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. 15, like it'll take you like 20 minutes. You boil the rice, cook it completely or semi-cook it at least. In my case, I take basmati because it's just fun to work with. But people can use jasmine, and you let that shit cool, and then you just toss in some sesame oil, put some chopped garlic in it, chopped onions, mix that shit. Put the rice in, add some soy sauce to it, the salt and pepper, then finish it with some green onions, fry up an egg, put some egg on top of it, you have egg fried rice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I believe that you can do a lot of things under 30 minutes or 30 minutes. There is a lot of option, yeah.
Yeah, you can make a sandwich under 30 minutes, a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, do you know people, man? They always come up with some stuff. It's like, man, what do you want me to do with 30 minutes, man? I can't do anything, Like, dude, just.
You can make a great steak in under 30 minutes.
Yeah, man, dude. You
take the steak, put salt and pepper, take some boiled potatoes, mash it up with butter. That's like 10 minutes of work, or 15 minutes of work because you take 10 minutes to boil the potatoes. But at the same time, you can have the steak going, steak rest for 5 minutes. Boom, you have a steak dinner. Mm-hmm. Steam some veggies on the side. So I'll give you a recipe of a steak. You take the steak, you take a good steak. And I'm not saying those, Brazilian beef that you get in the supermarket and all that stuff. No, I'm talking about like a good steak with some good marbling. For all the people who don't know what marbling is, basically the lines on a beef that are white, the fat in them.
Mm-hmm.
A good steak should have a lot of marbling on it. Wagyu, for example, looks like it's very light pink, but a lot of white in it. It's like fatty as hell, but it tastes delicious.
Yeah, man.
But you have different variety of steaks. You have your Angus, you have
Angus, Wagyu, and Kobe beef.
Kobe, and but like there are so many varieties of steaks, and
fillet.
You just have to find a good steak for yourself.
Yeah,
okay?
fillet T-bone.
I'm not saying it has to cost you a penny, a pretty penny. Like a good steak can also cost you like nothing. Take a ribeye from South Africa. It's what, $50?
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. Okay, it's a big ass steak. Put some pepper on it. Take a hot, smoking hot pan.
Cast
iron.
Yes.
Put that steak for room temperature first of all. Leave it out. Let it stay warm. Don't let it stay cold. Room temperature meat is much better because you don't want to scare the meat. You want to let the meat come up to its temperature happily. As funny as it sounds, I know the animal's dead, doesn't feel anything, but the meat itself is still living.
No, man. That's the
If we talk
whole.
about
Yeah, that's the chemistry behind it, bro.
that's the chemistry, man.
Yeah.
That's so I'm gonna bring out my nerdiness, but like the cells are still alive. So the cells need to be at room temperature because when you put it on a hot pan, they get a sudden jerk of heat. But you don't want the cells that are cooked that are the after the first layer. You don't want the cells to not cook as well. You want them to cook just a little bit. So you need to bring it at room temperature. When you look at a meat, like a thickness like this layer right here, right, is what you want to cook. I like my steaks medium rare, so I want to only cook this layer. For that layer, I want to have a hot pan and a room temperature steak, which is key. Okay, that'll give me the best color of the steak, the best crisp, as they call it. Like the Maynard effect, which is basically a chemical reaction, the sugars that burn in the meat that make it brown. So I want to have that. So black pepper, put it on the steak just before you put it on the pan or grill, whatever you want. I season my steak right towards the end. So it's up to you how you want it. And most important, and I keep I want everybody to understand this, the most important thing you can do and you have to do is let your meat rest.
Exactly. Even in the marination or not in the marination, even like you need to keep it rest even after cooking. After cooking, you need to let it. Yeah.
I'm talking about after cooking.
Yeah.
Especially after cooking, you let your steak rest because you will see that they remove the juices and then they suck it back in.
Yeah. Obviously.
Like a sponge.
Yeah.
That makes your steak juicy.
Exactly. So,
my mouth is watering.
Dude, we're gonna get deeper in this whole thing. Still, there's a lot to come. Next one, chicken parm or marinated grilled chicken?
Marinated grilled chicken.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that, but you can go wrong with chicken parm, man. Chicken parm, you can go wrong.
I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I love chicken parm. Don't get me wrong, but marinated grilled chicken, I mean, I love.
Yeah.
Like the crispy skin and so good.
Damn it, man! I'm nerding with you, and I'm here vegan. God damn it, man! But anyway, I'm happy that I'm hearing all these things. This is a critical one that I told you off air that we're gonna be talking about this. You can actually fuck up an egg, yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Elaborate on it.
Fuck up an egg, big time.
As simple it sounds, that, okay, how I can fuck up an egg? But dude, you literally can't fuck up an egg.
Have you had overcooked eggs?
Yes, which Persians, they love it when it's fucking like,
No.
crispy.
What I'm talking about is overcooked eggs. What you're talking about is a crispy bottom egg. That's not overcooked. That's a way of cooking. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm talking about an overcooked egg.
You mean
Have you ever had an overcooked?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Have you boiled your egg so much that when you took a bite it tastes like rubber?
To be honest with you, all my boiled eggs was made by my mom, so thank you, Mom. Once I made a poached egg and it was beautiful.
So that's a skill, by the way. Getting a beautiful poached egg is a skill, so hats off to you, brother.
Wait, I don't know if I nailed it or not. It just sounded like it looked and it tasted freaking awesome because I added I added vinegar to the boiling water and I was stirring.
Which is a basic technique that we use. We use vinegar because vinegar makes it stop sticking to the water and keeps the egg whole. Yeah, and you need to stir it before releasing the egg into the boiling water. So it came up in that whole round shape and damn, man, damn. Like a ghost in water.
Yep. So you were saying.
So back to the eggs. Eggs can be so simple yet so difficult at the same time. Not gonna lie, I use a non-stick pan for eggs.
You need to.
Yeah. So I like mine either over easy, which is basically you put it on one side, cook it for a little bit, and then flip it. So the other side is also cooked, but the yolk is still running. I like my yolk running, or I like it scrambled. But the way I like it scrambled is the way Gordon Ramsay actually makes it. So I
Yeah.
like it that way. Like it's very creamy and delicious. I love that. I love that technique of eggs.
He adds cream to it. That's why cream, a little bit
Yeah,
of cream.
but no. So it's I don't add cream. I actually don't add cream at all. I actually add a little bit of milk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He adds a bit of
But
milk
the
and
key,
cream. Yeah.
yeah. But the key is cooking it fast, right, on a slow heat,
Mm-hmm.
with butter, and just mixing it always.
Yeah, yeah.
So it
Always
fluffs
mixing
up.
it. Yeah.
So it fluffs up. I love fluffy eggs. A good fluffy egg for breakfast is a dream come true.
So where is the part that it's that thin line that you can actually fuck up an egg?
The heat.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute, 20 seconds too long, and you fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
You mix that egg for 20 seconds too long, and that egg is overcooked. It's not fluffy anymore. You have, just rubber.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's just like.
For me, when it comes to an omelet as well, like omelet, I cook it low and slow. Like I take some time cooking my omelets because I like my omelets nice, fluffy, and delicious,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I don't like an overcooked omelet.
Mm-hmm.
An
Exactly.
overcooked omelet will taste like
Like carpet, man.
carp.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it tastes like
carpet.
carpet. Yeah, dude, I had it so many times in hotels. I'm like, you just tell the guy, like, I want it this way. It's just like, the guy is like, I don't know, ignoring you, or he's just hating his life, his job. I don't know what's happening with him. It just doesn't deliver.
It's a very touchy subject because people are very sensitive about how they want their eggs. I know a girl that freaked out because I did not cook her sunny side up egg well done. I flipped it. Sunny side up egg means it's cooked only on one side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's cooked completely. So it's only put flat. You don't turn it around. You just leave it there and let it cook till all the white is cooked and you have a raw egg yolk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she wanted it well done. That means I have to cover it and it takes forever.
Exactly, yeah.
And I was like, screw this, so I flipped it. She freaked out on me. I told you I want sunny side up. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, no, I told you don't flip the egg. Why did you flip the egg? This was when I was starting to cook,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy crap, sensitive much? She's like, yes, my eggs are very important to me in the morning. I'm like, I'm sure.
Damn, girl. Okay, man. So moving on. So now we know that you can actually fuck up an egg. So moving on. This is the last one, which you mentioned it, and I wanted to talk about it. Is everybody can cook? Is a myth, yes or no? Come on, man.
Everybody.
Come on, man. How come? How come? When you don't know what does go with what? Sorry,
That's
what
I'm
goes
saying.
with what?
You're asking me if anybody can cook.
Yes,
I'm telling you,
anybody
yes.
can cook. Yes, I agree with that.
Anybody can cook. You
Yeah.
give them a recipe to follow, anybody can follow instructions.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as in become okay. Maybe okay. You know what? My mistake. The question was wrong. You can learn how to cook, but flavor-wise, creating a dish.
No, nobody it takes an artist to create. You have to have a mind for it. You have to understand it.
Yeah, you need.
Have to. That itself is a subject that would take hours to discuss because for me, like I told you before as well, and I discuss this again, every ingredient that I put in my dish needs to go complement my main focus, or needs to be the flavor of what I'm putting in. So if my main focus is zucchini, I need to make my food taste like zucchini, right? And anything and everything I put around it needs to complement it. That takes some time and experience and understanding.
Which is a good segue. Why you don't explain about the stuff that you did? So I'm gonna be putting the picture about this deep fried potato cheese balls that you were talking about. Can you explain?
So my mom, I'm gonna say this a lot though, but my mom used to make this a lot, and I loved it, right? But she made it a more, desi style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like she used to put like cumin in it, and she used to put chili powder and you know green onions and cheese and potatoes and make it into a ball, deep fry it, and
Mm-hmm.
I would love that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This was an inspiration from her.
Mm-hmm. That's great,
So
man.
I took I took similar ingredients minus spices and made like cheese potato balls. So when you eat it, what you're tasting is crispy covering of potatoes with cheese in it. That's all it is.
Man, it's just looking so damn good,
But
man.
it's the technique and the time it takes to cook it, and the color and all that comes into play. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, people eat with their eyes and taste with their nose. So like it
Mm-hmm.
has to even look good. So when you see the creaminess and the cheesiness just going out of that potato, but still keeping its form,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that
Exactly.
for me is like perfection.
So, what about the salad, the fig salad? That's actually a very, how to say it, interesting combination, man. Can you give us an insight? What was the thought process behind it?
I had some dried figs that were just lying around in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I was bored one day
Okay.
because I had like nothing to do, and
Mm-hmm.
my prep was done, the day's work was done, and I saw a few flowers, and then it just like I had some leaves, and then I had this great balsamic dressing that I had just made, just for trial. I was like, what will go well? And like, I don't know if it's a skill or just because I'm always hungry or I'm fat or whatever it is. I can taste. I can taste the food before I cook it.
Yeah, yeah. You can imagine it in your head that this would go right with this.
Right. So, as cheesy and as stupid as it sounds, if you ever watch Ratatouille, I mean, I like go back to the
Yeah, which I
freaking
did.
cartoon. Yeah. But like, if you see him eat mushroom and cheese together, he has like sparks going around in his head.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, think of that in my head though. Okay, that's what's going on in my head. So when I'm imagining a dish that I'm about to create, the fig salad, for example, I was imagining how it's gonna look,
Mm-hmm.
how it's gonna taste, and I had sparks flying in my head. Like it's gonna go well. So
Man.
I took the dried figs, right? I seasoned them with butter, and then I took these beautiful garden green baby lettuce,
Mm-hmm.
tossed it with some balsamic vinaigrette, the honey balsamic vinaigrette that I made. I had some quinoa and some goat cheese, and I had these beautiful flowers that were growing right in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
So I took these flowers and I decided that this is gonna go well on a plate.
Mm-hmm.
My problem was what plate, what will go well on it. And then I was just like going through some I did some research on it before I even created the dish, by the way. So like that took some time, like for no reason, all because I was bored.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like going through platings of people plating food and looking, and I was like, holy crap, I could do something with this. So I took some oranges, I took some pickled onions, and I took goat cheese, tomato, mixed greens, and quinoa tossed in some olive oil vinaigrette, with herbs in it, and I put it on a plate, and I was like, boom.
Yeah, man.
Here's the dish.
Dude, it looks very appetizing. Very appetizing.
Yeah, it tasted phenomenal. I'm so glad it worked out, because after I was done plating it, like I took like 20 minutes just to take pictures of it because it looks so
Yeah, yeah,
beautiful.
you need to, man.
I put some like crushed hazelnuts on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and flax seeds, and like I was having so much fun doing that.
Before moving on, my girlfriend already wants to try that cheese balls that you were explaining to. It's like, I want to try it. And people are saying the trick is the frying. And Zoeb is saying that salad looks like it won't that salad looks like it won't fill me up even 1 centimeter of my stomach. And Grace is saying cheese potato balls is one of the food Buddha's best-selling Ramadan snacks. It was amazing. Wow, man, that's fucking great, man. That's freaking great, man.
Dude, people love that stuff, man. That and the chili poppers that Simon was bringing up.
Yeah.
By the way, her name is Simon.
Simon, I said Simon. So so tell us that story, and the next one is the vegan lasagna that you told me about.
Oh yeah. So the chili poppers were something that actually Grace came up with, and then I kind of just helped her make it better and put it on the menu. And it's basically stuffed chilies stuffed with cheese and mincemeat.
Dude.
Garlic mincemeat.
Dude.
Wrapped in spring rolls.
Dude, shut up. Enough. I'm dying. I'm dying, bro. I'm dying.
You eat that with sweet chili, it'll blow your damn mind.
I will unfriend you after this session. I'm telling you. God damn it, man. Dude, my mouth is watering. Stop it. Explain about the vegan lasagna.
Dude, your mouth's gonna water even more after that.
Yeah,
so
but dude,
lasagna is basically nut-based and seed-based.
Oh, okay. Which
all layers are made of.
If you can explain that for the viewers, what that means.
Yeah. So, for the pasta sheets, I used zucchini. Okay. For the filling, for the red sauce, I used sun-dried tomatoes, almonds, and tamari, which is a lighter soy sauce, and garlic and onions, and blend it all into a blender. Okay, with sesame oil. Then for the white base, I use cashews and herbs and garlic and forgot the last ingredient.
Damn, man, that already sounds delicious, man.
Yeah, so basically it's basically a nut. It's a seed and nut based filling. So it's meant to be heavy, like a lasagna. It's meant to be creamy like a lasagna, but doesn't look anything like a lasagna. In terms of, with the cheese and grilling and nothing. You don't do anything. You put the layer of zucchini, you put the filling, you put another layer of zucchini, you put another filling, you put another layer of zucchini, and you finish it off with some flax seeds and lemon olive oil dressing, and a kale crisp. Now the kale crisp is basically kale that I took, fresh kale, put some seasoning on it with sunflower seeds. I made sunflower seed paste and I put it on top of the kale and I dehydrated it for like 14-15 hours till it turned into crisp chips, almost a savory chip, and I put that on top of that.
Damn it, man. Even
put that on top of that
dude, Saram is in the house, my friend. Saram is saying, hey guys, watching this on an empty stomach was not a good idea. Exactly, man. Exactly. That's why we're here. We are getting inspired from each other. We're getting inspired from Chef Ammar Ali Pardawalla, and he's giving us the insights about his things. Man, this is crazy. You dehydrated that kale to hell just to make that.
But I didn't cook it, so it still had all the vitamins and minerals and all the healthy, macros and the macrobiotics and everything in it. Like, it was still healthy as hell. It was like you're eating a raw kale, except it was crispy. So
which is good, man.
When you're talking about vegan, like raw vegan, especially raw vegan food, you're talking about keeping all the natural ingredients intact, all the minerals and vitamins and all that you get intact. You don't want to mess it up. Boiling, steaming, cooking of any sorts diminishes it to a certain extent.
Exactly, yes.
I say this to a certain extent because I'm not saying that not eating it cooked is bad for you. I'm saying it's still good for you. It still gives you the benefits that you want, but eating it raw is much more beneficial.
So moving on to the so yeah, tell me.
Sorry, continue. I was just gonna say
just do you want to explain? Do you want to explain more about the dish? Is there anything you're missing on it?
just tomatoes. I used to put sliced tomatoes at the bottom of every layer because it gave me that, that sourness and sweetness to it, like especially good cherry tomatoes when they're in season. Oh, I actually miss that raw lasagna. It's been a while.
Well, the thing is, like, even it brings that vibrant color to the dish, to the whole presentation.
Yeah.
So, moving on, the burger, man. The burger that everyone wants to know about. What is this burger? It's in the picture, and
so this is a drunken mushroom burger. So drunken mushroom because the mushrooms were drunk when I was cooking them, or I'm not too sure. Let's just say the mushrooms were drunk, just to be safe. Mom, I'm just kidding. I don't drink. So I seasoned the mushrooms with some brandy. So when I was sauteing the mushrooms, I put some brandy in it, so they had the sweetness to it, plus the earthiness of mushrooms that I really love. And when you do that, it also brings out the mushrooms nuttiness that's sometimes very difficult to bring out. Okay, so these are button mushrooms, and I had some aged cheddar and some really good quality minced beef. I normally try to keep a ratio of 70-30. So that's a secret, guys. Don't tell anybody. As I'm saying it live on the podcast. I try to keep a ratio of 70-30, so the meat and the fat go well in hand. And for me, an important thing about burgers is the meat to bun ratio. Okay? A meat to bun ratio for me is very important. Sometimes you see a fat burger with like 2 pieces of small little buns just patched at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's not a burger. That's fucking eating a steak with some bread on the side.
Yep. Exactly.
A burger should be all of that balance. You should be able to taste the bread. You should be able to taste the meat. You should be able to taste nothing else. Everything that you put inside the burger should complement each other. And should bring out the taste of the meat and the bun together.
Dude,
so my choice was grilled onions and drunken mushrooms with some aged cheddar and chipotle mayo.
Man, it's one of the simplest things you can make, but it really depends on the condiments that you're using.
Yes.
It's
100%.
I mean, okay, yeah, forget about the cooking of the beef, cooking the what's called the meat or the chicken or whatever. The condiments, it's a make it or break it for a burger, in my opinion.
Yes.
Like, man, dude, like,
agreed.
Caramelized onions, mushrooms, these are the classics. Dude, the one, I'm sure you had it. Are you a fan of avocados?
I love avocados.
Dude, avocado goes so good with a burger. Like, so freaking good with a burger.
So if people would take some time and look at my Instagram, there's an avocado burger there as well, with chicken on it. So it's herb chicken with guacamole and rocket leaves and toasted bun. Okay, so that bun is actually a whole wheat bun because it was on the healthier side. The chicken is grilled with less oil, and it's like a very healthy burger.
Dude, everyone
so
is...
My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, hated rocket leaves with a passion. Hated rocket leaves.
Man, rocket leaves are awesome.
I say hated in the past tense, because every time I make that burger, she would munch on that shit. And I used to put like a lot of rocket leaves on it because the rocket leaves gave it that crunch that the burger needed.
I completely agree. I mean, come on. I don't know, man. Some people, they just... I don't know, man. Some stuff, it's just that standard things, the classic things that goes on a fucking burger. But again, some people just don't like it. Which, I mean, like Brent is... yo, Brent, what's up? Brent is in the house and he's saying a big burger goes sideways and wins for me, nothing else. Oh my god, the burger is something... Grace is saying the burger is something that you need to try. My girlfriend is like the burger though. And I think, yeah, Brent was talking about blue cheese and rocket leaves wins it for him. Nothing else.
Yeah. Dude. Oh my god. So, Let me tell you an interesting story about that stuff. Okay, I was in Canada at that time, and I was just coming out of a wine and cheese festival that our school was hosting. So us culinary chefs, like trainees,
Mm-hmm.
were basically there giving out, making people try the cheeses and stuff. I got my hands on blue cheese that was with wine infused blue cheese,
Damn, man.
red wine infused blue cheese. It was this fruity, sharp, beautiful, nutty cheese that was just mind-blowingly addictive and delicious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got my hands on some really good meat as well, ground beef, and I decided to make burger.
Mm-hmm.
I grilled that burger, okay, to like a medium well almost, and then I put that cheese on it, and I took some. So rocket leaves in Canada is called arugula.
Yeah, arugula.
It's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
same thing. Okay, I put some arugula on it with some mustard mayo mix. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because that's all that it needed. It didn't need ketchup. It didn't need anything else. Just mustard mayo, to just give it another sharpness to it. And I put it in a bun. I died eating that burger, man. I died and went to heaven.
Yeah, man. I can imagine, man. Wine infused blue cheese. Even Brent over here
my
is saying.
God.
Even Brent is saying here, wine infused cheese is like, what the fuck? And dude, Saram is asking you, what was the best burger you ever had? Where was it? Would this wine infused burger
Not
would
to
be?
sound cocky or not to sound like I'm full of myself, but I've yet to have a good burger that equals to the burgers that I make.
Damn, man. And he was asking, because this guy, I mean, Saram is a food blogger and he travels for food and stuff. And not a food blogger. He's a travel blogger, but he travels for food as well. So he was asking, is like, for in the time that he was traveling, is like, in my travels for food, I learned that a medium cooked burger is where the flavor comes out, and now I can never go back to well done. Chef, what are your views on that?
Yeah, agreed.
So
So food wise, I agree. Okay, chemical and chemistry wise, and is it okay for you? Not so much, because there is risk of getting sick with that. You could get food poisoning with that. I'll tell you why. Let me explain on that before people start jumping on me. Are you fucking crazy? No. So I'll tell you why. When you cook, when you cut the meat up, you're cutting it on a surface. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a steak, for example, you can eat it rare and nothing will happen to you. You will not fall sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because bacteria is only on the outside. It does not have enough strength to penetrate the muscle.
Okay.
So when you cook it outside, it's all cooked. You kill everything. You're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the animal's been really badly kept or anything. Okay.
Okay.
If the meat is really bad, you'll know.
Okay.
But otherwise, most of the time you're 100% good to go. Comes to ground beef. Now that beef has been first cut up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So bacteria is anyways all around the meat. Second, it goes through a grinder.
Okay.
You see how many surfaces it's touching? Not
Yeah.
just the cutting board, the knife, the person's hand if he's not wearing gloves, or even the gloves itself. Maybe he used it for something else and came back, contamination right there. You put it in the grinder. The grinder, if the blade is clean, great. If it's not clean and sanitized, not so great. A lot of bacteria there, and it's all getting mixed into the ground beef. Then you pound the beef. When you pound the beef, you're again mixing air and you're doing this, and so a lot of bacteria gets into it.
Mm-hmm. So
I know as a chef that I'm okay because I understand that if I keep my equipment clean, I'm safe.
Mm-hmm.
But how many people know that?
Well,
Butcheries and stuff.
Yeah,
They do
that's
tons and
insane.
tons.
That's insane. I've never knew this side of the whole thing. I mean,
Tons and tons of beef. They do like grinding and stuff. How do you know it's safe? I grind my own beef, by the way, just for everybody else out there.
yeah, you should. You should, man.
I grind my own beef. Very rarely, and only from a trusted source will I ever buy ground beef.
And Saram is asking, does that chemistry play like with it? Is that chemistry applies for steak tartare as well?
Yes, but steak tartare is seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
You have an acid killing the bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
Acid.
It's like it's like ceviche.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's an acid.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it as an acid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, an acid will kill anything,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be lemon juice or whether it be something else.
Like
Now,
vinegar
if you
or
come and tell
something.
me that but lemons get rotten. Yes, of course they do get rotten. But if you see, it always starts from the top and then goes from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It eats its way through,
Mm-hmm.
makes it basic, right?
Man.
So it drops its pH level before the bacteria starts growing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole different concept of spoiling food. Let's not get into that. But
Yeah.
so let's go back to the burger itself. I like my burgers medium, maximum medium well,
Mm-hmm.
nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm okay. I'll take the risk of getting sick for it. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And
And yes, it does stay juicy, but a well done burger can also stay juicy if you know how to control its temperature.
exactly, yes. I mean, you need to rest. You need to let the burger rest as well. You cannot just like
Back
eat
to
it.
basic. Let your meat rest. Let
Yeah,
your burger
exactly.
rest. Let it absorb the juices and all that goodness back into itself, so the burger remains juicy.
Which
I have cooked well done burgers that remain juicy, no questions asked. People have like fallen in love with these burgers. They crave these burgers. I get orders for these burgers day in, day out. Most of the time, in my busy season, this is what sells.
Mm-hmm. And man, the guys are making fun of well done burgers. Like Brent is saying, you can use it as a hockey puck, or like Saram is saying,
That's
you
a
can.
burnt burger, bro.
Yeah.
Not a well done burger.
And Saram is saying you can use it as a door stopper.
I agree. I agree.
And yeah, Saram is saying what an awesome way to die while eating a good burger.
Yeah, so right. But so like back to the best burger I've ever had is, I think, the blue cheese burger that I made,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, the chipotle beef burger that I normally make all the time.
Damn it, man.
Honestly, I've tried lots of burger joints. I've gone to a lot of burger places, tried burgers, like there's something always not correct, not right, not seasoned properly, either not cooked properly, too dry or too oily. A burger that's too oily and greasy is fucking nasty.
Exactly, man. It's too greasy, man. It kills the other stuff.
Don't get it confused between juiciness and nasty, like greasiness. Okay, I'm not talking about a juicy burger. I'm talking about a greasy burger.
Yeah.
Where grease is just dripping.
Mm-hmm. And Saram really wants to try your burgers, man.
Dude, food_Buddha. Hey, come check me out. Order.
Yeah, man. And let's move on to the steak dish, man. The steak dish, it looks phenomenal, man. Give us a brief insight of it.
My best friend, shout out to Zephyr, and his wife Fatima, they gifted me A9 Wagyu steak for my birthday. Just May 30th. It just passed by. That's what they gave me. That was my gift.
That's amazing gift.
Oh, for me, it was the best thing ever, right? I wanted to make a night of it, making that steak shine.
Mm-hmm.
But and at that time, I was trying to eat healthy. Not that I'm not trying to eat healthy all the time, but you were like seriously trying to focus on eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of mashed potatoes, I made mashed cauliflower puree.
Mm-hmm.
I had some. God, what else did I put?
Well, there's grilled, there's like a little bit grilled tomatoes.
Yeah, grilled tomatoes and some mushrooms. There we go. Mushrooms on it. So the mash, I seasoned that with truffles.
Damn it, man. Such a luxury guy. Okay.
Yeah, because so I borrowed some truffle oil. I know most chefs will kill me for using truffle oil because truffle oil is the obnoxious, most stupidest thing people have come up with. But I really wanted to have some truffles with my awesome Wagyu steak. I seasoned the steak with just salt and black pepper, nothing else. I didn't put any kind of seasoning on it besides that. I wanted to taste the meat, bro. I was all about tasting that meat.
That
But
sounds
I wanted
so
everything
wrong,
else.
man. That sounds so wrong, man.
I don't care if I sound wrong. That was the truth.
Yeah. Obviously, when you have Wagyu, you need to keep that as the main event. You know, it needs to
Yeah.
be there. You know. So
So, that being said, I also got my cast iron gifted to me as well from my sister. Shout out to her. So I had the cast iron and I had the big Wagyu steak. I seasoned my cast iron all happily, like, yeah, I'm gonna use this for my steak, bro. I was so excited, and I got some wine, and I was gonna have a wine and dine with my wife, and we were gonna make an evening out of it. So this is what I did. I took some cauliflower, I mashed it with some cheese and some truffle, and seasoned it well. It was just delicious as hell. Took some tomatoes and mushrooms, sauteed them together, kept it on the side. Took my steak, put it at a room temperature where it was like already you could feel the fat just melting off.
damn, man, damn, that's so much. God damn it, man. Really, God damn it, man.
Then put it on a hot pan. So the main artifact takes place. A minute and a half on each side. Put some butter in it, to give it that extra, as I like to call it, and let it rest for like a good 10 minutes before I slice it. So the steak was it was lukewarm by the time I was eating.
Yeah, it looks magnificent. Seriously talking, man.
Dude, I took one bite and me and Grace were like, what the fuck?
I can guess that, man. That's crazy.
We were blown as how good the meat was. Forget the sides and everything. They were delicious, don't get me wrong. That meat, breathe them on. That was fucking delicious.
Yeah, man. Dude, there's few questions in the comments. Brent is asking, do you have 3 top fast food to go to for emergency burgers?
I don't have any fast food I go for emergency burgers, but because of my whole life cycle and like how I grew up in Canada and stuff, like I was broke at one point, and all I could afford was McDonald's.
Oh, that's a way bad. Okay.
Yeah, so all I could afford was McDonald's for a meal for every day for like 15 to 20 days because I was still getting a handle on my finances. I blew it off. I couldn't ask my parents for money. I didn't want to. So cheeseburger from McDonald's.
That's your.
I sometimes crave for that shit.
So that's one of your emergency getaways.
It's not an emergency getaway, but yes, it's like my guilty pleasure. I'm guilty of eating it.
Dude.
I know it's bad for me. I know it's terrible. It's a terrible tasting burger. So good.
Dude, for me, when I was not a vegan, Quarter Pounders was the place, man. Quarter Pounder was life. It's just crazy. It's just like doubled up, like double patty Quarter Pounder is just like a huge ass fucking cheeseburger. Man, it is heaven. It is heaven in every bite.
Second one is Burger King, a Whopper.
Whopper, man, for me it's mushroom and Swiss. Nothing can top mushroom and Swiss. And man, mushroom and Swiss, that, god damn it, man, I'm getting flashbacks.
Another one which Hardee's has discontinued, and I've stopped going to Hardee's because of that.
Oh my god, man, that's a sensitive brand with me, man. That's a sensitive brand with me, man.
Roast beef with cheddar.
Oh,
I miss that fucking delicious, nasty, over-processed beef.
It looks ugly, but it tastes so good. Yeah, man, it's so good. It's super good.
Oh, dude,
man,
I
it's
miss
crazy.
that. I would shed a tear for that, So In Canada, there's not Arby's. There's Arby's.
Yeah, Arby's.
ARBY.
Yeah, it's not Hardee's. And I think in
Yeah.
Far East it's called Charles Jr.
Charles Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So Arby's has the same thing. Okay, with an onion bun. I normally don't take the onion bun. I like the regular bun.
Mm-hmm.
And like you could like put like triple layers of the freaking thing on it.
Ooh.
I would cost you like maybe like $10, $10.
Damn.
Alright, so that's like about 30 dirhams. And like with like a large freaking curly fries. Oh my god, I love curly fries. Okay?
Dude,
I'm a fatty.
Who doesn't like curly fries? Come on, curly fries in the comment. Curly fries or normal fries? Come on, you guys. Come on, I want to hear everyone. Curly fries or normal fries? I want to hear everyone in the comment section. Put your favorite. Man, who doesn't like curly fries? It's the,
right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh god, freaking love curly fries.
Yeah.
But I stopped going to Hardee's because of this. They stopped getting the burger and I stopped going to Hardee's.
Oh man, that's. I mean, dude, still Hardee's has a lot of other good things. But on that note, Sarm is saying he had a certified A5 grade Kobe, beef in Kobe, Japan. It was pure orgy that he said he paid for it like $200 for.
Yeah. That's my bucket list, by the way, bro. Shout out to you for doing it, but man, that's on my bucket list. I really want to go to Japan to have good Kobe beef.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have the Kobe buffet, and I want to have the all-you-can-eat Kobe. I want to go there and spend money on food. I want to have good ramen.
Dude. You need to contact Saram after the show. This guy has a lot of places conquered by now, like in Japan. Apparently the best ramen he ever had was in Japan. So contact him. He will give you the locations if ever you want to go there. So this guy,
definitely
go to his page called Please Stamp My Passport. So
Please stamp my passport.
Yeah, it's a very catchy brand name, man. I really like it. So he does like food bloggings and like travel blogs and stuff like this. He been on, like into a lot of places, and he tried, like, he actually went to Japan for this whole like ramen, like the whole ramen thing. So, and he had the best time of his life. And man,
can I ask him a question, bro?
Sure.
Are you a Naruto fan? Can you ask him that?
Saram, are you a Naruto fan? Man, people are going crazy. A lot of people are like both fries, and your wife is agreeing with me. Yes, double quarter pounder with extra pickle. I love you, Grace. And my girlfriend is saying curly fries. Man, I think everyone now, they're just super hungry. I think the whole online delivery apps will be packed after the show because everyone gotta order fast food because they're too lazy to cook, you know?
Dude, I'm on that track too. Like, I'm thinking like, shit, I have to cook after this, and I'm just like, but I'm so hungry talking about all this food. I just want to fucking go and eat a fucking...
Man, your wife, dude, your wife gonna kill you. And you know, on that Hardee's thing, Brent was saying, yes, the roast beef with extra cheddar, man. Dude, that sandwich was ugly as hell, but delicious, like super good. So good. It's just so good, but it looks so unhealthy, but I think that's one of the things that you need to look at.
So as a kid, me and my sister, she would also agree on this, she would comment on this too, but like, we used to like remove the beef. All right, we used to like remove some of the beef and just finish off the bread and then eat the beef by itself. Like, man, that was our thing.
I was always getting extra cheddar. Extra cheddar was the main fundamental thing about that sandwich. And
I kept telling them, I want extra beef. Give me extra beef. I'll pay extra. Just give it to me extra.
Yeah, man. And Saram is saying, sorry, dude, he's not into anime, but if you're, but although Japan is the place to go crazy about anime, and anime, he's saying anime heaven, technology in the future, and good food in every corner. He's talking about Japan. So you should, dude, you should link up with Saram for sure. He can guide you in where you want to go, and like, you know, he's gonna give you the hidden gems, because this guy is one of these guys who goes like to different places, and he actually travels for food sometimes. So he's your best bet if you want to get good connection, as in, like, you know, for food.
Definitely, man. I'll check you out, bro.
Dude, it's the time. There's like 2 more questions, and I like, you know, before we wrap up the show, if you can tell us what is the 3 fundamental factors in every kitchen. no matter as a home kitchen or on the proper restaurant kitchen?
Having a good stove, honestly, one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean like a fancy ass stove where you have so many other things to do. That's great, but I mean a good stove in the sense that it has good amount of like fire coming out of it when you put it on a pan.
Mm-hmm.
A key thing that people mess up on a lot is getting that good color on their meat before they, either put it in a curry or anything. I know a lot of people is like, but we just boil it. I'm like, yeah, but like, instead of boiling it, you can do something about it. You can actually season it with some salt and pepper. That's the only time I'll actually do salt and pepper, and in mutton, and put it in a hot flame, like make it brown, and then put the water and stuff. You get such a good color and good flavor out of it. Like, that's one thing. Second thing is having sea salt. Don't hate on me, guys.
No.
Don't know. I find that sea salt is better than ordinary salt.
Which is, dude, scientifically proven. There is benefits in it. Like that whole Himalayan salt, Himalayan salt. The the
Everybody
pink.
gets the desi trips, man. Everybody gets the desi trips.
that salt itself has it's very beneficial to your health and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it has other minerals and stuff like this, and it's crazy, when it comes to such a normal standard thing in a kitchen, salt is just crazy, man. It's really crazy.
A good salt goes a long way.
Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy. So, a recap: a stove, and okay, what was the other one? I forgot because we were talking salt, and the one in the middle.
And I've not gone to the third one.
Oh, okay.
I'm still thinking.
Cool.
Good salt, good stove. I think a good pan.
I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. The pan really does a difference. Yeah.
Not just because I'm a cast iron fan, but a good pan, stainless steel or whatever you work with.
It depends, and again, it depends on the protein that you're cooking, or the dish itself, what you're cooking.
Dish itself you're cooking, like a good wok or anything. But a good pan, having good pans is a fundamental thing to have in the kitchen. Like having good equipment makes all the difference.
So what about on that topic? Okay, what about looks and flavors? Isn't that like a main like one of the important?
That's your end ingredient. So the end. You're talking about your end dish. That's fine. You could do that with like anything. You could take carrots and cut it a certain way, and take some potatoes and stuff and make a carrot potato salad or something, and make it look good by putting some garnish on it. That itself is a whole different subject. When you're talking about making food look good, yeah, that is very important. I keep stressing on it, but like bringing it back to the basics of how you cook the dish, what you use to cook the dish is also very important.
So
what elements?
Exactly. So your take on the looks or flavor? I know they're like the essential parts as well, but like which one do you think you need to work on the most?
Personally, or like to people?
Okay. Okay, which one you prefer? You want to generalize it, or you want to talk about your own?
Generalize, I would say flavor.
Okay.
You can make anything look good if you do some research on it. It's not hard to do. Make it taste good, that's difficult. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say what I said before as incorrect, like people eat with their eyes and taste with their nose. But going back to that topic where I said that making food look good is very important. It is very important. Don't get me wrong. That makes it or breaks it. Makes or breaks a dish. But besides that, the most important main thing is the flavor. The flavor has to be there. You need to be able to give out the taste that you want to give out. Whether it be salt, bitter, sour, sweet, savory. 5 flavors that we think about, or a combination of them. What are you trying to bring out from your food? What is it that you want the food to taste like. Think about that when you're cooking. Okay, when you think about I'm going to cook a curry, there are tons of curries. Japanese make curry, Koreans make curry, Indonesians make curry, Vietnamese make curry, Thai make curry, the Europe makes curry. So British make curry, Scottish make curry. They all make curries. You know, they call it stews, we call it curries. Whatever you say, what do you want it to taste like? What is it that you're trying to bring out in food? Are you trying to play with people's minds by messing with the flavor? Are you trying to bring out an emotion, happiness, or a sentiment? What are you trying to do with the food? Right? And I I strongly believe that if you cook happy, the food will turn out happy. And what I mean by that, it'll taste better. And I'll give you a small example, and it's happened to me personally, but it's also happened to another chef. But for me, like, once I was super upset. I had a big fight with somebody. I can't remember who for the life of me, but I had a fight with them, and I had to cook something, and I had to cook a grilled chicken. Okay, simplest things. That chicken tasted good, but for me, it was a terrible thing I made. It tastes bland for me. People were like, no, the seasoning is so good, but inside the meat, it tasted horrible. 2 days earlier, I had made the same dish, and I was in love with it. Like, good grilled chicken will take my heart. It was juicy, tender, flavorsome. It had like seasonings in it. It was beautiful. Another chef that I worked with, Chef G, shout out to you, by the way. She works in Dubai. Great person, awesome, loving person, awesome chef, really good chef. She told me once that she was working, for a hotel, and she was really pissed off, and she had to make a fried rice, and she fucked it up. Like, she fucked it up in the sense that it tasted like garbage. She had to throw the whole batch out. That was like I think it was a good 10 to 20 portions that she just threw out because it tasted like garbage. Then she calmed herself down. She had a good chat, had a smoke at that time, I think, or whatever, and she just came back to her happy mode and then cooked it again with the same ingredients, the same steps, everything exact same, and it turned out completely different. This just proves to show that food, your emotion reflects on food. If you are happy when you're cooking, your food will turn out happy. If you're lustful when you're cooking, the food will turn out lustful. Lust is a flavor. Okay, it's creamy. It's that that feeling that you get. That's lust right there. You get that with food. When I was making that steak, I had the feeling of lust. Like, it was just beautiful. I just wanted to make love to that steak, bro.
I get it, man. I get it.
Like emotions make a whole thing, and I like to mess with people's emotions when I cook.
Yeah, I mean, as a chef, you need to put your mark.
For me, it's not just about the flavor. For me, it's about the emotion my food brings out to you. What do you feel when you eat my food? And that is that if I could do that constantly, all the time, every time, on point, that would be my greatest achievement ever. I would feel like a god. I don't mean to say that blasphemy.
No. I get it. Which is like Brent is also pointing out the amount of plates that it had. By the way, Brent was a sous chef as well, and he's saying the amount of plates that it had come back when I pressured my team during service just snowballed from one complaint that pissed me off, and the bad mood is contagious. Yes.
100%. I totally agree with him, man. So when I get food back, I don't take it as a disrespect. I take it as a I need to improve on this, and I walk away with it. Now, when you're under pressure, it's difficult to do. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of patience, you know. And if he was still in the game, I would tell him to go fishing.
Are you still in the game, Brent? Jump in the comments, man.
Right? I would tell whoever's still in the game and, you know, faces this difficulty where they get angry and, you know, they get like, fuck, I fucked this up, or I messed up this dish and the steak was overcooked, or this burger was bad, or, you know, I messed it up, I could have done it right. What the fuck? What am I doing with myself? Blah, blah, blah. You know, hate on yourself is not going to make the dish turn out any better.
Exactly.
You need to have patience to, you know, walk away with it. Be like, yep, I messed up. I'm going to do better. I can do better. I know I can. You know, give yourself that self-confidence.
Yeah.
Which, as cocky as chefs do sound, is sometimes very difficult for chefs to pull off, especially online. Right? A lot of chefs are cocky and, like, you know, obnoxious because they think too much of themselves, and they have a right to. They've been through shit, you know. And I'm not saying I'm not condoning it as well, but I'm not saying that it's good as well. Right? So I'm saying that, you know, like, to a certain degree, having that cockiness and that, you know, that positivity is helpful to you, especially when you are in the shits. And that's happened to us so much in the line. It happens to us so much, you know. Life throws you fucking snowballs, you know.
Yeah.
And you just have to, like, dodge and be like, I got this, you know. But, like, it's not always like that. Sometimes the snowball hits you and you just, like, you sink. You get hurt. And, you know, to overcome that, I like patience.
Yeah, because if you're gonna go ahead with that what you call it, with that space in your head, you cannot even satisfy anyone. And even Saram is mentioning that you cannot satisfy anyone. And Brent is saying he's farming now. He's maturing a farm so he can open his own. So he could open a farm to table concept. Wow, that's great, man. Beautiful, man. That's crazy.
Awesome.
That's crazy, man. That's freaking crazy, man.
Good luck to you, dude. That's the way to go, bro. That's one of my dreams, man.
Dude, that's amazing. Dude, we just grab it and go, man. I mean, he's in the Philippines. The place is for farming, and these guys, they know their shit about farming. So, man, kudos to you, man. Keep doing it, and I hope you're gonna be one of the successful ones in the fucking world, man.
And best of luck, man, in the business.
For sure, man. For sure. I mean, dude, we talked a lot about the whole thing. Before wrapping it up, what's next, man? What's next in the whole culinary world? Where do you think it will end up?
As far as I see and what's going on, the trend, man, takeaways is where it's at. People are all about takeaways and caterings and, you know, homemade food. Like, people want that stuff because they're so afraid of this pandemic. And they have the right to be. They have the right to be. You know, and this stuff is scary. It's not a joke. So, you know, people are, like, you know, more about takeaways, not eating in restaurants, a less human touch, and, you know. So I think restaurants in general should be focusing on, like, you know, making their menus look good while on takeaway. A lot of people fuck that up, and I have to agree. I'm one of them. Like, you know, I have to say for myself too. Making food in front of the guest and serving it right away, and making food and sending it to a guest, is a whole different game. The next thing a restaurant needs to do is market their own sauces, marketing their brand. Second is you know, finding out ways to make their takeaways look good, so when it comes to a guest or whoever's ordered the food, it still feels like it's restaurant quality, not just something that's thrown in a fucking bag and given it to you.
But Brent is saying it's a different ball game with the takeaway, with the takeout and delivery, man.
Yeah, it is a different ball game, and like I said, it is a different ball game itself. But we restaurateurs have to, like, now, you know, evolve would be the correct choice of words. It is no longer, especially in Dubai, no longer a trend to go out to. It is more of a trend to order.
Which is just because of pandemic. But before that, man, it was always packed.
Agreed, it was always packed. But, like, you know, if you're telling me 6 months before, I would tell you the whole game is changing to becoming healthier.
Mm-hmm.
Restaurants starting to become more health conscious, starting to talk about, what they put in their food, nothing processed, all about that stuff, which is a conversation that's been going on, but now becoming reality.
Mm-hmm.
And now after this pandemic, I'm gonna say like they need to evolve fast. They need to think about things like, people are afraid to go out still. It's still not there. And you can't tell me that malls are full and all this stuff. They're not. People are still afraid to eat. Restaurants are still working at 30% or 50% capacity. They're not working at 100% capacity.
Exactly. Yes.
They might be busy. It's because they've removed so many chairs from them. They look busy. That's a marketing gimmick, right? They aren't really working at full capacity. They're working on skeleton crews. They're working on 3-4 people in the line cooking for a bunch of like 30-40 people. That's nothing. On covers of 300 to 30-40 people, you're losing that money. And you're losing that money because your food looks great on a plate but does not look good when you take it away.
Exactly. Yeah. When you pre-pack it and when you pack it up and that disposable stuff, it just looks ugly, man. Which Saram made a very good point. Thank you very much, bro. He's saying restaurants need to stop paying people with free food to get any good to buy good reviews, which sadly most of them are doing nowadays.
See, I don't blame them in this society where social media is all about business, where you make money through social media and nothing else right now. I don't blame them, and he's right. Restaurants should stop, but they won't stop. You can't make them stop. You know why? Because that brings them customers. You take an influencer out there and you tell him, come eat my food, give me a review, and don't pay for it. The guy is going to be like, yeah, great. Sometimes people pay the reviewer to come and eat their food. Just so they get a positive review, because that guy has 50,000 followers or 30,000 followers. He can bring the brand out there, because these are like, restaurants that are suffering right now. So they're going to do this. They're trying to grow, or they're new. Would you trust a restaurant that just opened 10 days ago to go out and eat? Till you heard somebody say, dude, try that out, that's fucking good. Where did they hear it from? They must have saw somebody else's post. Oh, look, this guy just posted this looks interesting, let's go try it out. Tried it out, maybe he liked it.
Yeah, but
that
again,
reviewer got that client to him, to the restaurant. Okay, now that client, now the restaurant served the food, loved the food, the guy loved it, whether it was paid or not, review was paid or not.
No, but he's talking about paying people with free food.
So there are two things that people do. Pay people with free food to get good reviews, so that the restaurant seems good, so people will come and try it. I use Zomato.
Yeah, Saram is a Zomato dude as well. Yeah, Saram is a Zomato guy as well, man.
I use Zomato.
Yeah.
So I see a good review. I see like out of 15 reviews, one bad review. Okay, that won't affect me. But if I see 15 good reviews, I don't know they're paid. They might be paid. Okay, but I'm still gonna go try out the food. One bad review does not give me shit. Right? So if however the restaurant got it, but it got them that customer. I am that customer that they just brought me in.
So you're talking in a sense of a restaurateur, like a restaurant owner.
Yeah, I'm talking in the sense of a business. Yeah. In terms of a business.
Well, I think what Sarah meant, that we're talking as in like, the consumer side, as in like, the way we see the things, because Saram is picky when it comes to food. He's a very, very picky foodie. I mean, he loves food basically, but if he goes somewhere, he really nitpicks. If the shit is bad, he really nitpicks the shit out of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way. It's glad that I'm not the only one. I thought I was like fucking weird. But,
oh man.
Like I nitpick, and I also always think it's because I was in the industry, so I know.
Which is sadly enough, like recently you closed the restaurant, and you moved on your catering.
But I'm not sad about it. I mean, honestly,
You learned like your experience.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about managing my own business. I learned a lot. Like understanding, the risks, the pressure involved, the my food was high quality. My place was low quality. You cannot have a low quality place with high quality food and expect people to pay an arm and a leg for it.
Exactly.
They're not going to do it. It's all about the location. My location was not that. My location was 10-15 dirhams while my food was 30-40 dirhams. Nobody's going to pay for it in my location. Right? I had to like drag in customers to come try my food. Once they try it, that's a different thing. They'll keep coming back. But problem is how long?
Yeah, you need to maintain their reputation and keep it going. Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard to do. It's difficult.
Which Brent is pointing out. Brent is pointing out the digital age is taking over. I think that's all right as a form of marketing, all in the game.
Yeah, 100%. Food Buddha is now marketing, man. People have tried my food. People love my food. But to get them to try it, I had to market myself.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that's the hardest point, to grab the attention.
That's very, very difficult.
So, man, to wrap up the session, man, you know what? Before wrapping it up, give them the easiest dish that you can make.
I told you fried rice.
No,
but,
aside of that, like at least with like let's say like with the protein.
With the protein?
Yeah.
Hell, grilled chicken.
That's
grilled chicken, man. Easiest thing you could do.
I mean anything out of the box, bro.
No, so what I mean by like, look, chicken is a versatile ingredient.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? Chicken is a very versatile ingredient. You can make it out of the box by just adding 5-6 ingredients to it. And make it taste good.
It might even can be like, it can even be spices. You don't need to like add a lot of vegetables or anything else.
Yeah, right? It can just be spices and like...
wow, man.
Fuck, man, I can go on about this. Like, easiest thing you could do is dumplings as well. Like, you do chicken dumplings, add some egg, breadcrumbs, soy sauce, green onions, garlic, mix it all in a bowl, put it in a dumpling wrapper, steam your dumplings, fry it up on one side, and eat it with a good chili oil. Boom, you have a new dish.
Did you guys write that recipe or what? That was too like wrapping it, man. Oh man, Sarv is saying Oman chip sandwich.
Dude, he's so right.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Classic. You can play versions of it too.
Yeah, man.
I put Oman chips in parathas with like cheese that was like, mixed. I made my own cheese sauce with it and like, made it like gourmet as fuck. If you want.
Damn, man. Damn, that's crazy. And Sarm is agreeing with you on the point view for the business, as if you invite like people to review. I give a good constructive review to improve the food, and I would let the restaurant know, and I will let the restaurant know in advance. I will never bash them on the social media, because I still want to support the business. And it was yeah, man, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, it's a very broad topic, man. There is so many elements. There's so many things you can look into it. There is room for debate. You agree with me, yeah? You can do a lot of things, and
we could go on for hours on this, man.
What the hell, man? People are saying chocolate beef steak. What? No way, man. No way. No. That's just
I made chocolate chops. I think that's where they're getting it from. One of my creations back in the day was chocolate chops.
Oh man, I don't know.
So
I don't know.
It's something that you have to try. Man, chocolate is one of the most versatile ingredients too.
Yeah, I know.
You could put it in savory food.
Yeah.
They make chocolate gravy. So in Canada, one time, okay, I was in charge of making Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
My concept was sweet and savory.
Okay, so you did the whole chocolate thing.
I made dark chocolate gravy with honey and Jack Daniel glazed turkey, with sweet potato mash, with marshmallows in it, sweet corn, um, and green
Why?
beans with a honey dressing.
Marshmallow sweet potato mash?
Yeah, bro.
I want to say a lot of things, but why?
Why? Because it tasted great.
Really?
The reviews I got from that was phenomenal. People still call me and talk to me about that Thanksgiving dinner. That was ages ago, when I was just getting on my creative side. That dark chocolate gravy, fucking most balanced gravy ever. Creamy. You had the bitterness from the chocolate, but the sweet texture to it as well. You had it welcoming mix on the turkey.
Even sarmen, yeah. Sarmen is mentioning the mole sauce in Mexico cuisine. And the Mexican cuisine is made with chocolate. Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
But chocolate, I mean, maybe I'm just picturing it in a wrong way. That whole chocolate chops or some stuff, And yeah, again, but for me, man, I don't know. I'm not that of that dude. I'm dude. He mentioned.
Watch this movie called Chocolat.
Okay, I think I've seen it.
It's about a girl who goes to a village who's called a witch, but she makes like great chocolates. And that end scene, the chocolate chicken that she makes, was my inspiration for lamb chops.
Damn, man, that's a good way, man. That's a good way to go about it, man. And Sarum is mentioning flaming Cheetos in a burger. That's insane, man. That's super insane.
That people put it on fries too. I've actually made a dish on.
Yeah, man.
Fries,
that's fucking dude. It's been a blast talking to you. We could go like so longer than this. We're already almost borderline 2.5 hours deep into the session, man. Dude, where they can find you?
Food_Buddha.
That's on Instagram.
Buddha Instagram.
And
I'll check my page out, Food Buddha, with a single D.
And okay, what is how you work? You take orders in advance?
I take orders in advance. Please give me at least 5 days heads up. Some of my meat needs to be marinated for at least 5 days before they are ready to be put on a grill or put in a frying pan. Some meats take 2 days, but some meats take 5 days. My lamb chops especially take 5 days of marination.
It needs it.
Mostly because I want that deep flavor of the lamb to come out, and there's this tinge of like I won't go into the chemistry of it because it might throw people off, but it needs 5 days at least.
So you guys heard the main guy. You guys go to his food, to his pages, food_Buddha AE and Food Buddha on Facebook, and you can find him on other social media platforms. And you guys go ahead, check his menu, give him a heads up, tell him what you want. I'm sure he can do it for you as well. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Dude, Ammar, it was my pleasure to fucking have you on this session. As I told you,
it was a pleasure being here, man.
Dude, we could have.
So glad and honored.
Man, you don't need to mention it. We could have talked so much more. You know what? Let's guarantee another episode down the line. Let's say a month or 2 months from now. Maybe I can maybe I can get more chefs on the board, and we can do a table for 4 so we can sit and chat and have a friendly debate together. Man, it was a blast talking to you, man. Thank you very much for joining on this episode, man. It made so many things clear for me personally as a home cook, so I can understand better things, man. I'm sure everyone was digging the session. And again, man, words cannot describe it. Thank you very much for joining me for this episode, man.
Pleasure, man. Thank you for having such a good time, man. It was a great time. It was so chill, so relaxed. I have to say, man, I was super nervous at first.
Why, man? I told you 5 minutes into this, you gotta feel relaxed.
I know.
Man, thank you very much again. Thank you very much, people, for tuning in. Please let them know about this page. Let's share some love with your boy over here, man. Thank you very much again for joining us for another episode of Combos and Chill. A lot more is coming around. I have so many other content, musicians, gaming, and chef, again, cooking, everything. We're gonna do everything. So guys, stick around. I'll see you guys soon. Ammar, thank you very much again, man. I'll see you guys soon, and I'll see you guys. Take care.